Hi guys, I'm warning you. Just I haven't had. I just have to like haven't done my makeup or whatever. Long story. I want to do a quick reading, just quick reading about. So you just see my hands. Okay, quick reading about something that came out in the news today. It's not. I don't need to know like a huge. It's not. Doesn't have to be a huge reading. Essentially, it came out on the news today that somehow this is like so weird, guys. Somehow with this whole thing on Michael Cohen, essentially, he there was like a motion filed in court that the lawyer that looks it's so complicated, but essentially the lawyer for one or two of the women involved in the Schneiderman case told Michael Cohen about this in 2002 or 13. Okay, 2000. I'm sorry, 2012 or 13. So obviously it's kind of like I had done a reading on this, and it looks like it's sort of like how the reading was done. They knew this information, they had something going on, and it came out. It looks like although there was issues with women, there's like a network of people like using blackmail. I don't know. It's like very shady, but I just want to know. It's a simple question, okay? Why does Michael Cohen have this information? Why was this information given to him? Like, how does he have this information? It's so strange. I don't know exactly. I thought, oh, let me find out more about it. Let me just ask the question directly. Okay, so here's the question. Why does Michael Cohen have this information? Why did the lawyer give the information to him? And why does he have this? What does this mean? It seems so strange. Okay, so let's find out. Okay, shuffle the card. Let's start with tarot. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's do the three positions so it doesn't get too complicated and doesn't get too long. And then we'll see whatever comes out, okay? Why does Michael Cohen and Donald Trump have all this information about these women that had problems with Schneiderman? Okay, now I said before Karen had left a comment on my Patreon saying that discussing something related to that, and I thought, it's something that I need to do another longer reading on this. I feel like Trump is engaged. He's like a professional blackmailer or something. Okay, but I want to know. This is connected to this, but it's not the issue. Let's just ask the specific issue. So why does Michael Cohen have all this information about the accusers? I know that the lawyer contacted. I know that's how he has it, but why? This seems so strange. Okay. Actually, let's see here. Okay. And then, okay, let's just see three cards. Oh, look. Theft. Whoa, guys, this is crazy because this is a card of like theft upside down. Okay. This is a card of restlessness. This is literally, guys, the card of blackmail. The Three of Cups upside down. Okay. I almost feel like just based on this alone, it's almost like they're arming themselves for because I feel like because they know they've done a lot of wrong things and they're constantly on the lookout, they use blackmail. It's almost like I'm getting, guys, it's a technique to like have a lot of dirt on the law enforcement, okay, people in law enforcement who could prosecute them. So this is like a way, in a way, it's a weapon for them. Okay, all right, that explains a lot. Okay, yeah, and this is like the card of blackmail. Okay, so crazy. Wow. It's funny because this card has come up for Trump as the target, okay, from when I've done some things about the Russia stuff where Putin is blackmailing him, but this is like the technique. This would show that this is, again, a weapon. Knowing that they have done wrong things, they are restless. They know that they could be caught at any moment, so there's blackmail here, okay? Interesting. Okay, let's see what else it says. It's funny, guys, this whole, I've said before, I used to say that a lot in my earlier readings, that it's like, well, it's just a way of telling a story. And it's true because it's almost like right now it's difficult to understand why, like why, like why, like so many of the things that happen seem so, it's hard to just understand. Okay, so this is here, it's a House election, something exposed. So, House election exposed. Yeah, so, okay, so there, Okay, this doesn't really necessarily answer the question of how come he, like why he has it, but this is like election. It's a relationship to something illegal related to the election that's going to be exposed. Oh, okay, I understand now. Now it's saying, I think it's saying essentially that something, and I think it said in the reading I did about this blackmailing situation. I'm sorry, not the blackmailing, the Schneiderman situation, that there's something coming out about the election, okay? The White House and the election, and they're trying to divert as much attention, trying to discredit those people. But okay, let's, actually I have here, guys, let's do the Italian. Oh, this is loss, okay? Okay. Yeah, this guy's, this is like the Donna di Servizio will be the maid or the woman on going up, upwardly mobile woman. The riunione upside down, it's like you see, it could be it's a meeting or something is decided, but it could also be a kind of a rendezvous or like a love meeting or some sort, okay? Now, oh, guys, okay, I get it, okay. Oh my God, you guys, this is great. It's funny. I can't look, because I have zero. I'm like, look really pale or whatever. But this is, oh my God, I'm connecting a lot of things now. Very interesting. This is loss, okay? Somebody losing something. This is the women who, this is, I think, essentially could indicate problems with women and then having these meetings. Okay, now there's several things that have come to my mind, guys. Something I remember reading in an article, but I have to do actually this reminds me that I have to do a reading on Jeffrey Epstein, because when the whole Schneiderman thing came out, I was like, you know what? We have to like stop being polite about it, okay? Because I feel like they're pushing, so we have to push back. And we have to go to get to the bottom of things. And in terms of Epstein, I had read this article once that it said that something like there's suspicion that he ran, he had this like underage brothel, whatever it was, but essentially that he was a high-level blackmailer in the sense that he got these powerful men to have sex with underage women, and that he would use that, he would somehow record it or use that information to take them down, okay, or like bribe them, something like that, okay? So this is it, okay? Now, so here you see this, I think this is the narrative that I'm getting here, okay? So this is like a loss because you've done something related to women or women. This is like a woman, this card, I remember when I was reading about it, this is a woman, you can see she's going up in life, okay? She's like, she's going somewhere, okay? And so, but if it's upside down, there's issues with whether the woman is really serving or she's really doing her job. And also, it doesn't have to be a woman, it could be a man. But also that there's something done against her, okay? So I think this is something against women, and the meetings are shady. So blackmail because of clarity about these shady meetings, restlessness of the elections because of the women they wronged, okay? So it's like I'm getting this relationship, guys, between the sex stuff and the blackmail and the money, okay? Now this is so, oh my God, it's like we didn't even know these things, guys, okay? So it's like, it's so crazy, okay? So I feel like, and I'm getting, guys, now, and I'm not talking about the cards. The cards told us a story, but now I'm getting more information from my mind, I guess, or like the images I'm seeing, that there's like almost like a middleman. You know how like tabloids, for example, have people who can call with information, or they sell videos or whatever about celebrities, stuff like that. Something like that, like a black market for information about powerful people. And that's what I think it is, okay? It's like, it's a little bit like they get this information, they hold on to it, and when they need it, they use it, okay? So that's kind of like would be along the lines. Let's see here, okay? So meetings, wow, again. Okay, Justice Department, yeah. This is, guys, meetings, okay? A card of court person here, Justice Department. I call it the Justice Department card because Jeff Sessions right here, the elf. And then here we have the short illness. There's two meanings from my perspective. This is a card that's sort of like the Hanged Man, where you can't do anything about it. It could also be that you're sick. There's three meanings actually. That you're sick, but also it has to do, this is a person in bed. There's a sexual connotation to this. So So, oh wow, this is like one of those moments, guys, and I'm glad I'm doing shorter readings and shorter and less cards, because you could see how I've said this before, how cards sometimes, depending on the position, their meaning changes. So here we could see here blackmail, exposure of some shady meeting, and here it could mean sexual, okay, on this here on the column, but on the row it could mean meetings, court, person, show illness, could be like they are powerless. This is then it would be the hangman, more like in scenario where they have to go to court. They're powerless. Okay, so there's this exposure of all of this. So because again they've done wrong things in the White House, they know that they got there in shady means. They can create losses. This is like through meetings, but related to meetings in some way. This card here, I tend to see more in business terms, but you could also see it's a man and woman connected. It could also have that connotation, but I think here it's closer to they know the stuff is coming to them, and from their perspective. Oh, and I'm getting, guys, the image of like Roy Cohn. If you're familiar with him, he was a horrible person, who was very connected to Trump. So that I see him telling him, like, you have to have the dirt on all the politicians, on everybody. This is how you win. Because if you compromise yourself, you have to know who all the compromised people are. And that's why it's a call in Portuguese. I think there's even a law. I don't know if it's a law, but something called tráfico de influência. It's traffic of influence. So you're pushing. It's sort of like it's a form of blackmail. Okay. So anyway, so restlessness because of the shady stuff they've done to women, and here's the Justice Department. So I feel like, yeah, it's the kind of the smear campaign situation, but I think it's like this parallel market. Okay, so that answers that part of the question, and okay, and so all right, okay, so that's that. I'm gonna stop here. Oh my God, it's okay. 1 second.